Hello everybody, my name is still Kreva and you're watching Civilization 5 A Brave New World. Now, where we left off, we just popped research and production, and what we see here is a Arabian caravan, and that's not what I'd love to see, because when we look at the trade route overview, my trade routes are these, and trade routes with me. Oh, apparently there's no religion yet in Medina, which makes the pressure not existent yet, which is good. So if we get our religion out in Rio before Arabia can actually get their own religion to Medina, it means that our pressure will actually start to go the other way around. And this has been a slight problem in Gods of Kings when it comes to the religion game. It just spreads so freaking slowly. But as I said in the previous episode, we're going to go for the Colosseum, because we do necessarily need our happiness. Oh, they changed the Terracotta Army. It used to just give 5 or 6 culture, but now it creates a copy of each type of military land unit you control and places the unit near the city where the... Wow. It basically, if you have a big army and you build that building, you get a huge army. So that's an extremely powerful early game building wonder to make now. And of course, the actual culture has been moved to the Parthenon. So we are going to go for construction, and so we can get those out soon. And over here, well, it takes too long to actually build these wonders right now, so we're just going to stick with a caravan to Mecca would not yet be good, because they would actually start spreading Islam to me instead, so we cannot do that yet, so we'll do a shrine. One thing we can hope for is the sudden appearance of a barbarian in this region that will simply kill this caravan here. That might be extremely nice for us once Medina gets its religion. So yeah, it's basically, the plan is still the same, going for culture. It might seem a bit boring, but that's simply how a playthrough like this will go, where you're not going for a military type of victory. Okay, wow, we took little damage there, so that's very nice, and we'll get him out pretty soon as well. Hey, look, our warrior can actually move up to that camp now, and whoa, there are some barbarians up there, so we'll move as fast as possible this way. If that spearman attacks, he might actually kill himself now. It seems to be yeah, it seems our scout is strong enough to hold it off. So we're getting away with the scout because he was indecisive in attacking me with his brute. And hello there. That's good for now. So we are actually getting some gold from this caravan, I assume. We're getting 3 in total. Huh. Oh right, we need to start building roads as well. So we'll get a couple of workers soon with the pyramids, and one will be used to improve Sao Paulo, and the other will start building roads to other cities. And hello Trireme, yes, you can start moving. And that's an interesting bay area in which we definitely want to start controlling. Okay, this looks mighty problematic because there's another spearman, and yeah, we'll have to go this way because going south is just going to trap us next to that encampment. And let's try and finally finish up this encampment over here. So, oh look, here's iron. We do want to have some iron in the nation, so an expansion up here will be our goal in the very short future as well, expanding a city to that position. We're going to have to build a lot of settlers pretty soon. And the Terracotta Army has been built. So, okay, let's see. Walking around with a spearman. Warrior attacking encampment. And our our trireme is now finally discovering Kizil. I think this is a new city, or I've actually never managed to encounter it in Gods and Kings. And I find it being a new city a lot more logical. It's cultured, so we do want to have them as a friend so we can get more social policies eventually. And we'll just keep on moving north for a little and turn south next turn. Holy moly. There are many spearmen here. And yes, we've reconnected these, so we are going to build this road from Rio to Sao Paulo very quickly from 2 sides at once. Next turn we will actually get our workers. One will upgrade to marble for more happiness, and then probably the pastures on the cows and the horses for more production in this city. And we'll also build more colosseums once we can. So it's looking pretty good. And once we have 200 faith, there is a chance we will generate a profit every turn. It's not a given once you have 200. Our scout dies. That's unfortunate, but it might have just done exactly enough damage to kill it. Okay, the Book of the Dead. That's the book they find in the mummy, actually. And looking at it, we need to put our speech a bit higher so it comes above everything else. So yeah, speech I don't think is as problematic as music when it comes to YouTube's content ID matching. And we can actually start building roads between these 2 cities. And then 1 worker will continue up north and start improving Salvador as well. And apparently it's a very safe place right now next to us. There don't seem to be a lot of barbarians, but the encampments seem to just spawn a shitload at the moment. And yeah, we'll just... City-states don't like it when you stick in their territory for the turn end, but we don't have a choice at this moment. So a writer's guild would be good to start getting some writers, but we would also need a shit lot of people here, and that would be ideal. In a granary would help provide more people in that it increases production. But having said that, we're going to build a settler here so we can get our coastal city in the south done and basically beacon off our area and fill it up later on. I like to fill up the space, and once we go into the exploration tree in the social policies, coastal cities will be stronger without having a lot of access to resources on the coast necessarily. And our warrior here has been improved, and this is grassland. It's flat land, but we're still going to... Or should we give it a medic? Or cover? No, this one is going to get cover, and it destroys this encampment, so no new barbarians can spawn up here. And the old ones will probably start moving south towards my cities though. And let's continue southward with our trireme to discover more. And no, we need to move away from that. I have to go around Corinth to actually get back because, well, mountains block passage for anyone except for the Carthage civilization. Once they have their first general, which is basically Hannibal, they can cross the mountains. And Arabia is now protecting Florence. That's an odd choice because Florence is so far away from them. World's most progressive, we are... Whoa, there are 3 at 8, but that's probably because they...
3 things are to be looked to in a building. That it stand on the right spot, that it be securely founded, that it be successfully executed.
Okay, so we've discovered construction. But what I was saying is that, yeah, they probably haven't discovered Kiesel yet. And I think that's what I was saying. Wow. Anyway, yeah, there's... oh yeah, these barbarians might move south pretty soon. They were here, so... And which way we want to go. This way first, so we can at least discover this city. Over there, warrior, go away. But Jack Corinth is in the way of us moving back towards our own territory. Research, let's open the tree again. It would be nice to start being able to get the circus, for which you will need a horse or ivory. So that would be good, and that's what we're going to do. Land or trade routes originating from this city have a 50% increase in range and produce an additional 2 gold when connecting to another civilization. That I think is a wonder, a national wonder, but it will be a very good one to place in our home city, so we can actually trade further away. Might actually reach Rabat, or for instance from Rio. And there we go. Yeah, we could build a cargo ship and start trading with Rizal from Salvador if we so please. We would not get signs because the city-states do not produce technology on their own. They do produce signs for different reasons, but that's okay. And Greece, so now we have 3 religions on this continent, and it will soon be a 4th because I will get a great profit any turn now. So you go up here to get rid of the last barbarians that are over here, and while you explore. And we found Byblos. I think that's another new city-state. It's maritime, it has cotton, and is irrational, so its requests are random. They're like, a city-state can be indifferent, which basically means it doesn't care for anything. It can be friendly, which means its requests will not often be about being abusive of other city-states, for instance, or denouncing certain civilizations for them. They can also be hostile, which means that they will decay faster. Your influence with them will go down faster. And irrational basically means they can decide whatever the hell they want to ask for from you. And we are going to finish up Liberty because we still are not producing any writers, artists, or musicians. And theming bonus will go up from museum. And purchase, oh, that will be good at that point, getting lots of faith to purchase writers, artists, and musicians. So we will want to fill up aesthetics as well as exploration and maybe even commerce to add to the whole. But right now getting aesthetics is not that important, and we might say flourishing of the arts for a point where we are still actually producing tourism, so we can use our carnival specialty. And well, we want to get lots of sea trade routes when we do have exploration, and these are good. And coastal cities production, happiness from, oh, that's an upgrade. This is different because, well, exploration and commerce used to be one tree, and they split it and changed some things as well. So yeah, that is going to be an interesting one. But for now we're going to finish up meritocracy, which allows us to get a special person. And there are, in Gods and Kings, what I almost always did is I would be very close to a great profit from having faith. And I would make a great profit so we could get our faith, our religion, extremely strong from the get-go. But we do have Stonehenge, so getting a second great profit will not take that long. And we want to have a great work. And a great work of art which produces both culture and tourism, and that is placed in the nearest building. It has an appropriate building width, and that's the great work. So yeah, same goes for the writer and the musician. What we would have to look, a musician can also do a concert tour for a one-time boost in tourism for that certain civ. A writer can also write a political treatise, which grants the player a large amount of culture. Okay, so basically you would write something like a Declaration of Independence. That would be one great work of writing for the US. And a great artist can also create a golden age. And okay, so what we want to look at is what do we have in the sense of great slots for great works of art writing, or music. And in the palace we have a great work of art. The Parthenon will also be a great work of art, but it already comes with a great work of art, so we will have two pretty soon. And our other cities do not have a space at all at the moment, so we will want to have a great artist to create a great work of art. And who do we have? Grant de Volsen Wood. I have no idea who that is, but we will create our great work of art. And let's see. And now we're all, oh, did he make this painting American Gothic? Huh, that's interesting. So every great person is, I assume, associated with one specific work of art, and we have just painted American Gothic in 350 BC. And we are already starting our tourism. People are already wanting to come to our city. So 0 great work slots available. That's true. So here you can see it's in here. It gives us 2 culture and 2 tourism per turn. And it's considered a classical era work because it was made in the classical era. Now the reason we also want to go for exploration is because it gives us the ability to build the Louvre as a special wonder that's only for exploration. And getting the Louvre, it gives you 4 places to actually put an item in it. So it's the single building with the most slots available. And when you look at the culture overview, you can also see every building that actually has a space in it, and except for wonders, because a wonder is not necessarily you will have it in the end. So great works in the city, it's 1, yay. 2 tourism, yay, and plus 25% bonus for trade route. So towards both Arabia and the Dutch, we would get we actually get 2.5 per turn because we have a trade route with them. And getting this early is good. So influence per player, this will start to go up. Here you see the bonus, and the trend is static. And they have 894, and if we look at ourselves, we have 712. So we are definitely gaining on the Dutch when it comes to culture. And so this is a good start for us, already getting tourism out. So if we do bump into a golden age again early, we will actually have some benefit from it already. Now next turn, nothing more to do. Unmet player, medieval era. Medieval? We are in the classic era. Wow, we're behind. We are behind in tech, I think. But yeah, we are getting second wonder in 6 turns now, so we will pop up in score again. And okay, so we get 1 gold per turn back because the 30 turns for the embassy have ran out. You go there. So here's Byblos, and we will quickly skid through them, but not stay around to listen. So the circus can be built next turn, but we do not have any of our horses up yet for development. I do hope we get to this location before the Dutch do. We don't have any money to build a building at the moment to purchase it, so we're not getting a unit right now because that would actually cost us per turn. And apparently, were we building one? No. Why did we go to? We might see a notification pop up why we actually have lost. And it seems I have no idea why we've actually lost money per turn.
Even brute beasts and wandering birds do not fall into the same traps or nets twice.
Okay, yeah. Here's our great profit as I expected it to be soon. And let's just explore a bit more. Hey Dutch, you're also here. And our great profit will give us a nice place to start our religion. And you're definitely going to the horses first, so we can start building a circus once our settler finishes. And we see that we are connected. That's why our money suddenly plummeted. Every square that has, every hex that has a road costs 1 in maintenance. But connecting to cities will actually give you money back because you have an internal trade route between two cities providing gold. So this is going to be, we're now going to have to build a route between Rio and El Salvador. You are going to found a religion because, well, what we could do is build a holy site which gives us food and faith. It gives us a ton of faith, but it's not what we need right now. We need an actual religion first to actually be useful with that. And can we already build a lumber mill? Yes, we can. Food will be fine in this city, so we will need production. And gold will also be fine because of the amount of jungle. So we are going to build farms as well in the near future. So let's see. Okay, you will... how much do you have in health? 19. So it would take 4 turns in a city and 5 turns out of the city just because of that 1 health. So we're going to put him in Salvador, and then we're going to heal him up. So we've finished up the ancient era, and we can definitely go for theology, but religion is in the end not our main focus. It's going to be a means to an end to get there. So what we do want is mathematics, so we can get closer to machinery. Right now we need these technologies to get to machinery, but we might need something in between. So for now we're going to queue up into currency so we can get some more money rolling as well. Markets are pretty strong. And found a religion, and Catholicism has already founded. So apparently one of the civilizations on the other side of the ocean has also founded a religion, because we only know of Morocco, of Arabia, and of Greece. So, and Catholicism would be the most thematically right to pick in Brazil. Brazil is a Catholic country, and its world wonder that's also represented in civilization would be Cristo Redentor, the big Jesus statue on top of a hill overlooking Rio de Janeiro itself. And to stay a little bit with the theming, I'm very tempted to just go Protestantism and then spread it towards the Dutch as well, just to force it on them. So now we see bonus belief, enhancer belief. That's only these two unlock when you get a second prophet and enhance your religion. This final one is only allowed for the Byzantines. It's their special ability to get a extra belief on their religion. So we have to get a founder belief, and because there are already 4 other religions in the world, and there can only be one more founded, I think, after this one. So this is the only thing that we can do. And these are the ones. This first one is the belief that only I, as the founder, will actually have use for. And it seems that 1 global happiness for every 2 cities following this religion. A plus 100 gold when each city first converts to this religion. Gain science when a missionary or prophet spreads this religion to cities of other religions. Well, plus 1 global happiness for every 8 followers of this religion in non-enemy foreign cities. And we have plus 1 gold for every 4 followers of this religion. So, So, both ceremonial burial and peace-loving and tithe will be the most advantageous for us. There will be lots of cities, so initiation rites will also be strong, but it's at one point it becomes very difficult to spread your religion across to other people, because they will have their own religion. And ceremonial burial might be a little bit stronger than peace-loving, because I do intend to have a decently sized own empire running, and this actually counts our own cities as well. But then there's tithe. It's 1 gold for every follower, and I usually get pretty damn big cities, and every 4 followers will give us gold. So if Rio gets to 12 population, and actually all 12 are going to be religious, we're getting 3 gold bonus from it. But I think the whole thematic of Brazil and its special ability requires me to go for ceremonial burial, basically putting people in the ground after they die. That's basically what it means. And the follower belief is what every city gets that's following this religion. So that includes other people. And we are probably looking for something which will give us extra culture. So, they changed the Hermitage to provide tourism as well. This would be a very powerful one, but it's only one building that will get it. And it seems that most of the other... You can buy buildings with faith, and it seems that the other buildings besides the mosque have already been stolen by others. So, but 2 happiness in cities with 5 followers plus 2 happiness, that's going to be, yes, that's going to be the one we pick, because it's thematically, it follows the fact that we want to get as many happiness, big cities, big golden ages eventually as well. And yeah, this will give us a lot of happiness and a reason to build temples as well. The other one that we could pick is mosques, but we're going to throw... We're trying to get lucky and see that no one else will get the mosque before we can choose another one, so we might be able to pick that one up then. And if both mosques and choral music have disappeared by then, because if we don't get mosques, we're definitely getting the 2 culture from the same building, so that temples are very strong overall, then we're getting religious art. And we just have to build lots of, I believe, opera houses will actually give that bonus. And so for now we're going with religious centers, and we're founding Protestantism in Rio de Janeiro. And now we have our holy city in Rio, and this also means when we look at the trade route overview that there is actually pressure going out from me towards Medina. So Medina might actually become Protestant at one point, and it gives extra pressure. So that's pretty funky to see. And one thing we do want to get pretty early on is a way to spread to a different religion. We want to get a mercenary quite fast to at least get a second city, which ups the pressure as a whole. And as we can see here, a monastery has been chosen by Buddhism, which is the worst building because you do need like wine and incense for it to work. Cathedrals would have been quite strong. Oh, they seem to have changed. I have to check up on what a cathedral now does. And pagodas would be the other one. So I'm quickly going into the Civilopedia, going to buildings. Here you are. And the cathedral now has a spot for a great work of art. This would be so powerful for us as trying to go for culture victory, but it's not to be. And who actually does have it? That would be, where are you? Cathedrals, Catholicism. That's the nation we do not know has it. We know Islam is Arabia, and here's their Reformation. Missionaries convert adjacent barbarian units to this civilization. Oh, okay, that's interesting. And Eastern Orthodoxism, or Orthodox. I'm not sure what it says at the end, of course, because it's cut off here. That's Greece, and Buddhism is Morocco. So yeah, it's quite interesting. And we are going to make another cut here, trying to keep these episodes under half an hour so they don't get too big and need to upload too long, and so you can watch them in bite-sized amounts of lunch breaks or whenever you want to watch these videos. So again, like, subscribe, favorite, whatever else you can think of, so these videos keep coming. I'm doing this as a hobby project on the side, but the more you people watch it, the more I can make and the more I can actually do with it as well. So we're actually now second in score because of a religion we got to the second spot. That's quite strong. Or it's because of a great work. Maybe the great works do pull in. I'll quickly check. Great works. It's only 4. Religion, 61. So yeah, religion is a big part of the score now. So, yeah. And we'll see you on the next episode.